Last summer, I went to a restaurant and I ordered a hamburger, an ordinary event in any ordinary day. But taking a bite, I immediately noticed something was wrong. My lips felt a little tingly, and then my eyes grew really itchy, and as I swallowed, I felt a knot in my throat. And as my throat started to constrict, I began to panic. Quickly, I rummaged through my bag and searched for a weapon to wield against the onset of death. What a nightmare, right? Now, everyone has fears to something in this world. For some, it's sharks or spiders or heights, and for all of us doing these TED Talks, well, it's all you monsters in the audience. Now, my greatest fear is the all-you-can-eat buffet. Imagine rows of crunchy fried chicken, pizzas, with all sorts of toppings like pepperoni or bacon or cheese. Imagine pastas with shrimp and Alfredo sauce, or the dessert table with all sorts of delicious, delightful foods such as ice cream or tiramisu, and other marvelous miracles. Man, I'm feeling hungry. How about you guys? Now, why is the buffet table my greatest fear? Well, I have life-threatening, severe food allergies to seafood, nuts, dairy, and egg. Just one crumb of food from this buffet table is an assassin, waiting for one wrong move to strike. As the old adage goes, fish are death, not food. Now, fears are meant to protect us, but they also can imprison us. My parents always recommend the better safe than sorry, and because of that, I developed a propensity to not try new foods, and as a result of this, having a fear of exploration and taking risks. Consequently, traveling with my school orchestra, I always bring a packed lunch, which is usually gone cold, and wait for what seems like an eternity for all my friends to go buy hot restaurant meals. I distinctly remember that in 5th grade, I was forced to sit at the peanut-free table. And this might not sound like a big deal, but for me, it was very, very immense. You see, lunchtime became torture time, a 30-minute jail sentence away from all my friends who were replaced by big, scary 6th graders. And these 6th graders, well, it might just seem like one age difference, but actually, what this was for me was an insurmountable chasm. And there was no rope ladder to cross, and I was completely outside of my comfort zone. Now, even worse, this peanut-free table, or what they called peanut-free table, was actually just an ordinary table. And those 6th grade monsters, well, they had peanut butter too. Now, fears are meant to protect us, but as I said before, they can imprison us. I realized that through these repeated isolating events, I began to shy away from other school activities and did not really take advantage of the opportunities available at my school. However, this all changed in my sophomore year when I joined the Rising Against Cancer Everyday Club. And for me, this was an ordinary choice, but it was actually the first step towards whittling down my fear of making mistakes for fear of the risks. Consequently, when our academic decathlon team recruited, I joined along with many of my friends. While almost all of them dropped out immediately, I made the choice to continue because I felt that it was going to be worth it. What really surprised me the most was the sense of unity and commitment that everyone shared together, facing a common challenge. And for me, that was a way for me to get to know other people that I had not encountered before, and I developed a sense of belonging with this team. This was the first sense of belonging that I had, but because of this positive experience, I began to ravenously invest more time exploring more widely throughout my school. Tutoring through the National Honor Society, and also taking part in a televised speech event known as TEDx. I don't know if you've heard of it, but through all these experiences, I began to connect with more people and learned that everyone faces similar challenges, just like I had with my own food allergies. Because of finally deciding to explore, I began to realize that there were many rewards that awaited me, and I reaped many of these rewards as a result. As a result, throughout all of these experiences of belonging, I have developed a sense of belonging with all the other students at my school. In retrospect, I realized that refusing to try new foods translated to a fear of making mistakes, and because of this, I never stepped outside of my comfort zone. But now, I view life as a buffet table, with plenty of opportunities and foods just waiting to be tried out. Because of this, I now, as an involved leader in my school, make an effort to try to stay positive, smile, and crack jokes, in an effort to help others feel the same belonging and ease that I much needed when I was first entering high school. Thank you very much.